Sky Med Beats.
Hey, this is Ronnie.
And this is Reese. And this
And
is Soft
Soft
30.
30. And of course, we have DJ Q Waves and D. Hey, y'all. We having a virtual
Morning, fellas.
party.
Hey, I'm so excited about the Zoom party. I'm like, hey, 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 hey.
Hey. It's a little different, but hey. Anyway, how was your week, Reese?
My week has been, uh, it was a lot. It was a lot that went on this week. So when I left the podcast last weekend, I got home and Naya, my daughter, was like, she couldn't taste the toothpaste when she was brushing her teeth. So I was like, okay, well, I know loss of taste and smell is one of the signs of COVID. So her father happened to call while I was at the podcast and told her he wanted to come get her, let her meet his new baby and stuff like that, her baby sister and stuff. So after I got home, I called him and I was like, hey, I don't think it's a good idea for her to come this weekend. She has a symptom and you have a newborn, I think that you should let me get her tested and then I'll bring her next weekend if everything pans out right. And he he ended up saying okay or whatnot. So Saturday, I ended up calling a bunch of places. I called nurse hotlines. They gave me advice to go to the emergency room. I called my insurance and they told me that unless she is having trouble breathing or unless she what they say trouble breathing or have a temperature, they're not going to give me a referral to take her to go get tested. So I hit up this nurse I know, shout out to IKEA. So I hit her up and I'm like, hey, do you have any advice for me on as far as getting a referral? And so she's like, yeah, call this number and follow the prompts or whatever. So I did it, ended up getting a virtual doctor's appointment with this doctor. Anyway, so she gives me a referral to get tested. They told me I would get the referral via email in 3 days. Somebody ended up calling me that same day and was like, hey, you got a referral, when can you come in? So I'm like, the earliest I come in, they were like Sunday. So Sunday we go and she takes the test or whatnot. Tuesday I got the results and she was positive for COVID. And I was so confused because I really try to make sure she doesn't leave the house much, you know. However, that week I did take her to Walmart with me. She needed a couple things, so we went to Walmart. And we went to three different Walmarts, I think. But like we don't touch on anything. We have our mask on. We got our sanitizer in the car. I try to do stuff to make sure we don't get the virus. So I was like, my feelings was hurt because I was like, how did I let this happen to my kid?
Mm-hmm.
And so I cried a little. And thankfully, she is pretty much asymptomatic. She does not have any of the major symptoms. So that is really, really awesome. I'm super excited about that. And she's in good spirits. Even like right after we got the results, she got on a Zoom with her friends and she's like, yeah, I tested positive. And my mom was crying. Like she's joking about it. Like and even yesterday, I heard her on the phone with her friends, and she's like, "Oh, you want to play with me? I'm gonna come over there and touch on everything. Touch, touch, touch. Corona for everybody." So, she is in really good spirits about it. And I'm happy because I didn't want her to get down about it. I tried my best not to get down about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely sad. It was sad for me.
I was surprised that you would say actually, because I'm like, I'm normally the sad one. I'm like, I'm doing good, and she over there crying. I'm like, wait.
No, because I thought, like, I was just like, some people, their symptoms come out of nowhere. So I was just like, I was just panicking, thinking of what could go wrong. instead of right. And I'm like, I might as well just be grateful that right now she is fine. And I believe she's gonna be fine. We're already on day 8 because you go from the first day of the first symptom.
Okay.
So yeah, we're on day 8. Like, so, you know, we're doing fine. The Department of Health called me yesterday though, asked me a bunch of questions, told me I like pretty much me and Naya can't be in the same room, and we should try to use plastic dishes so, you know, we're not eating off each other dishes. And they was like, if you have another bathroom to use, I was like, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I don't have another restroom to use. But anyway, she's doing very, very good. So far I do not have any symptoms. Even when they were asking me yesterday, I was like, you know, I can't say I have symptoms because this cough I have, it's allergy season. I have bronchitis. I'm always sick around this time of year. Like, so I'm like,
2 months.
right, longer than that. Honestly, it's been since like January. So, you know, I'm just like, it's whatever. But I'm gonna take her back next weekend to get retested to make sure that she is clear and able to go around people again. But yeah, that really
Can I
made
cut
me
into your checking a little bit?
huh?
But can I check into your checking a little bit?
Yeah, go.
So I don't know if y'all heard about this guy, right? He's like a researcher and he tried to find like different cures and get more information about situations like this COVID and stuff. But he like he was a regular like healthy man or whatever, and he was like doing a lot of research or whatever. And he's I'm not sure if he's out the hospital, but a couple days ago he was in the hospital. He was looking kind of bad. But he, and I don't know his name, but give me a second, I'll try to look it up. But he ended up getting the virus, but he said like he was covered up and everything, but he got on the plane and they wasn't like social distance on the plane. So he said that he thinks that he got the virus through his eyes.
You know, I actually read that you can get it through your eyes now.
Because this other guy who got it said like he had allergies and stuff, and he always rubbed his eyes and stuff like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's any mucosal surface. So your eyes, your nose, but where in your mouth, any mucosal surface. Your eyes, you definitely can get infected through your eyes. That's not new.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. So
And
how
that
do we
could
cover our
be
eyes?
how Naya maybe gotten it.
How do we cover our eyes?
No, you can't rub your eyes. I mean, it's possible if somebody sneezes directly in your face,
Right.
it can get into your eyes, but most times you blink and you'll close your eyes before that. But if you take your hand and rub your eye, it's just how people get pink eye. Any mucosal surface, you let the pathogen in.
I mean, you can wear goggles, Ronnie, if that makes you feel more safer.
You gonna work on her fucking goggles.
I might get some goggles or something for real. But I do touch my eyes a lot too. But like I try not to touch my eyes and stuff. Like
did you ever read the CDC warnings? Do not touch your eyes, nose, mouth.
None of that. You know, we can get some goggles from Dollar Tree. And I don't mean like the small ones, you know, like the construction ones or something.
Yeah, I can do those because my eyelashes not gonna fit in the water ones.
Yeah. And we would look we'll look crazy walking around with goggles anyway, but the swim ones.
We can make them fashionable, like we can put like diamonds and like glitter and stuff on them.
Oh,
and we can sell them because people won't want them.
You're right. But yeah, that was like, you know, kind of it was sad, but I didn't let it get me down too much. After I cried, I only cried once. And then I manned the fuck up like I always do. So yeah, it was just a little crazy with that. And then I'm halfway through my Reiki healing class.
Yay!
And I'm super excited about that because that has made me like a little more humble in a sense, because it's rules I have to like live by, and I've been like trying to read it every day. I got it on like my screensaver and stuff like that, so I can see it and read it and remember it. So like whenever I'm starting to get like frustrated or agitated or anything like that, like I can just go back and read it and be like, you know what, it's okay. So
That's some of that humbleness rub off on some this guy in this corner.
don't mess with him because he can't hit you. But yeah, so you know that was definitely something I had to deal with. But like I said, I didn't let it get me down. The class is super duper dope that I'm taking. Super excited about that. I'm also, as soon as I'm done with the Reiki class, I'm going to take this crystal class. Super excited about that because I want to know, you know, more about I have a ton of crystals, and some of them I don't know the meanings. I just know the names. So I'm super excited about, you know, learning the meanings to everything. So yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited about a couple things. Okay. Super excited. There's a woman shit outside. I'm excited. But anyway, so let me tell y'all. First of all, everybody know my block game is real serious. Okay. I don't play these games. I block you and I keep it moving. Okay. So I was talking to somebody, right? And over the weekend, she went to LA to meet up with this girl that she's talking to, right? So something happened with the Airbnb. Anyway, she foot the bill for the Airbnb, right? Something happened. They had to get put out or whatever. Then they needed another place to stay. So she foot the bill for that too. Everybody's always using this girl. It's ridiculous.
Mind you, she doesn't have that much money in real life. Like, why you
Right. Right. So, you know, like, I'm like, you know, and I told her before that a lot of people are using her and she needs to get her shit together. You know what I'm saying? I was like, a lot of people are not your friend. You know what I'm saying? So I told her this stuff, and I told her, like I said, often. So, Monday or Tuesday, she was like, well, you know, maybe it was Wednesday. Anyway, she's like, you know, I'm cutting a lot of people off, like, and I was like, you should have been did that. Like, I've been told you that. I was like, I don't want to sound mean or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that's around you are not here for you, and you need to, you know, get that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you'll be stuck in one place trying to bring other people with you that doesn't belong to come down that road with you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, then she started talking about I said something about like me getting some groceries and stuff. So she asked me pretty much who was bringing the groceries. And, you know, I told her who bringing the groceries. Like, the fuck, ain't no shame in my game. Like, first of all, I'm not about to let nobody, I don't even know how she be saying all this on the podcast, but I'm not about to let nobody, I don't care who you are, disrespect Kiki. Point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
What I do to Kiki is me and Kiki's business. And I can, you know what I'm saying? You know how, like, you talk about, so, like, if I'm complaining about Kiki to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting you to say nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah. So I don't play that.
Really complain about Kiki to her. It's just the fact that
I don't.
You with her or whatever y'all situation is, and it's jealousy.
Right. So I'm like, the fuck. So anyway, so she started saying stuff like, well, you and Naya be safe, or, you know, saying little stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, you sound like you don't want to talk. Just hit me up tomorrow. So she like, nah, we ain't gonna talk no more. I said, all right, that's cool. So she like, you know, the week I just had, and I told you that I was crying and this, that, and the third. Girl, fuck your week. Like, fuck your week. You sitting up here complaining because you found out some people fucking using you and stuff. Like, girl.
But what about the week
my
that you
kid
had?
got COVID, and you telling me that your week is bad because you found out you got bad friends. One of her friends was filling up on her girlfriend and claimed she did it because she was drunk. Get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
Like, come on now. So I said some pretty mean things to her. And then I blocked her. And then I blocked her on social media so she wouldn't have no way at all to contact me. Like, she would have to send me a fucking email because I don't know how to block emails. And I'm like, this shit was it was crazy because I'm like, I'm already, going through whatever I'm going through with my
If you want
household.
a block email, you send it to spam, and it'll go to spam.
Oh, okay. But I'm like, for you to tell me that you haven't, I know the week you had, girl, fuck you and all the girls that's using you and your friends that's using you too.
Hey, so the girl, the girlfriend who was filling on the friend when they got drunk, was she still with them? And friend, was she still with the girl? And was she still friends with the other girl?
Yes. And both of them was probably using her. The girlfriend talking about herself, oh, I thought you knew that she felt on me because I saw you looking. That girlfriend wanted to get felt up on. Because if let's say for instance, if one of Kiki's friends felt my butt, I'm fighting, point blank period, in the club. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
Nah, I want hit that drunk. I've never gotten drunk. Huh?
But if she thought that she saw her do it, then maybe she didn't think nothing of it. But the situation that happened like a while ago when I was with Zoe and his friend kissed me, and then I thought he was drunk, so I ain't say nothing. But whole time this nigga knew what he was doing, so I should have said something.
Right, you should have punched him in the face.
You let your man nigga kiss you, ain't say nothing. That's not cool.
I know now, but like in my head then I was like, okay, because I was looking. So this what happened. Did I say this whole story before?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So we had a taco night at my house. I love tacos and tequilas. So his friends came over, my friends was over. So he was talking to one of my friends, the friend. So I'm like, I ain't think nothing of it. So I'm looking for the boyfriend at the time. I'm like, well, where the hell he at? So he like, oh, he went in that room right there. And when I came downstairs, and he was sitting down there, he all drunk in the chair. So I'm like, why you sitting down here in the dark by yourself? And I'm like, well, where's Zoe? So he's like, oh, he in there. So I'm like, okay, why the fuck is he in there? Because it's like a storage room. And I'm like, my room right there. If he got that drunk, he could have just went right there. But whatever. So I go in the room, and then I turn on the light, and I'm like, he not in here. So I turn around, and the friend was like behind me, and then he just leaned in and kissed me, and I was like, what you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm drunk, blah blah. And I was like, okay, move. And I went on about my business. But I should have said something that night.
Yeah, you should have said something. What's wrong with you?
What you say, D?
Yeah, you should have said something.
Yeah, I should have said something, but I didn't think of. My mind just wasn't thinking it. I was like, okay.
My mind, y'all girls with that. Y'all girls. It's. I don't know, man. I just keep hearing people like, well, I didn't think at the time to do the right thing. Like, that's just crazy.
I didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
That's just crazy.
I think what you did wrong was not telling Zoe that night. Yeah, because then the story ended up getting switched around and made it seem like you're the bad guy, and it's like, nah, this dude been a fucking creep since day one. We all noticed it, but right. Zoe
and then he was saying the whole time in the relationship, he was saying stuff to my boyfriend at the time, like, oh, you don't treat her right, and I can treat her better, and all this. Like, he was doing that.
Right.
If
so Zoe should have checked him for sure.
Yeah, he should have, but he was scared. He was a little bitch. He was a little bitch.
So. He should have checked him for sure. But like I said, if it was me, I'd have turned around and two-piece his ass. Yeah. Like, nah.
But it wasn't even like it was like and I was like, oh, what you doing?
Nah.
I'm with Reese. Nah, that don't sound right.
I understand now, and it will never. Sometimes you gotta live and you gotta learn.
Right, you gotta experience it so you can know what to do. And like I've never been in a situation like that, so I actually don't know. Like nobody ever has come at me like that. But yeah, nah. No, let one of the Kiki friends try that shit. Or if it was anybody, somebody I was just talking to, somebody I just met, it don't even matter. The point is, you gonna catch these hands real fast.
That
Because
whole situation was crazy. And then he said something like 2 years later and talking about, oh yeah, your girl kissed me. But I'm like, what?
right. And see, the thing is, like I said, had you told Zoe that night, it would have been an issue, but it wouldn't have made it seem like you were in the wrong for not telling him.
We probably would have broke up because he would have been listening to him.
But y'all broke up anyway, just not off that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you should break up with a nigga that let his man talk about how he gonna take his girl.
I was
That
in
nigga's
love.
a bitch.
He
to
was a
me.
bitch, but I was in love with him. So I was like, oh well, I ain't leaving you for him. Don't worry about it. But when we was fighting and I was fucking them niggas up and he was over there like a little bitch getting his ass beat, I'm like, oh, this can't work. Like, what's happening? Like, how you gonna hit first and then lay down? Like, get the fuck up. Oh, that shit was crazy. But anyway,
Right.
I'm sorry to cut into your checking and all that.
No, it's okay. So yeah, anyway, point being, I blocked that motherfucker, okay? So now I ain't got nobody on my line. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that because these bitches are crazy. We just talked about military girl, and then we talking about this joint. I said, oh, you know what? I'm good. I said I was gonna meet people in 2020. I don't want to meet nobody.
That's a new friend that did this?
Yeah, somebody I've known for a few months.
Okay.
And I was like, girl,
All crazy. Like, be sitting here like, I can't believe females act like that.
sometimes I think the same thing. And I thought for a long time, I'm like, I'm crazy and I got to get my shit together. But when I meet somebody else that does other crazy things, I'm like, at least my crazy is pretty sane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, girl, I don't know. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I got a couple of her books. And I probably just drop them off to her house one day next week after work or something. And like just I don't know, I'll text Saya or somebody and be like, text her and let her know that her stuff is in her mailbox. Because I can't.
And she not a good friend anyway, because I don't understand like why when y'all have an argument then she be trying to delete my number and not talk to me. And she got my shit, so bring me my stuff. Crazy.
Right. And then you know what else is crazy? Right before we had kind of got into it, and she was telling me she cutting all these friends off and stuff like that. And I said, oh, you cutting me off? And she was like, no, I'm not cutting you off. We gonna always be in each other's lives. Like we are really, we building a really good friendship. Bruh. How do you text me that and then an hour or 2 hours later you say fuck the friendship? This is why motherfuckers don't be believing shit that come out people's mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if I would have been believing that shit. Like, just imagine if I was a gullible ass person.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh hell no. No, I'm good. I ain't got no time for none of that. But anyway, that was pretty much the highlight of my week. Both of those. I did get Naya out the house yesterday to go for a walk. We didn't touch anything. We didn't walk near people. But I don't want us to be, we need some sun, Black people need sun. And we've been cooped up in this house for a week now. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna go for a walk. I may go for a walk again today, I'm not sure. But yeah. Anyway, oh my goodness. I'm gonna send this picture to you, Q, because I want you to post it up. You can put it like down there somewhere. Anyway, oh my gosh. Manaya got some makeup in the mail, right? And she did her makeup, and then she put on one of my like gown dresses, as if she was like going to prom. Y'all know she missing her prom, and oh my, she looks so fucking beautiful.
She did. She looked so old. I was about to cry.
Oh my gosh, I was like, she looked like she going to her senior prom. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe she's like just like this big and beautiful and smart and stuff, and I'm just like, ah. Sometimes I'm telling y'all. Yeah, I never thought that I would be like the type of mama that be like so pressed to like brag about her baby all the time. And then I turned into that mama.
I think it's a good thing though. Because there's a lot of people who don't really pay their children no mind.
Right, or give their kids the recognition that they deserve, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's my chicken.
Okay. Well, I had a pretty great week, a busy week. So Monday I had went into my new job, and you met with some of the kids and stuff that was at the center, and it looks like it's going to be a rough task, a really, really hard task to do.
I think you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. I think I'll be able to do it. But like in the center now, like they are doing like the summer job thing for some of the youth. So they having them like go around to different doors and like do surveys of what they want to see. So I am a family empowerment specialist. So we are trying to do different neighborhoods. We're trying to build up a family success center and like bring stuff to the community that will help the people in the community grow. So the children are going to go out, do the survey, and take down notes of what the people want in the community. So then I go to collect all the data and put everything together and build up this center. So it's gonna be real cute. I hope they let me design it. Yeah. So they have to like read this. They don't have to read it word from word when they go to the door, but they have to like go off of this thing like, hey, my name is blah blah blah. I'm from this. We are doing this survey before this and that, and you can get a gift card to a Visa gift card or something like that, right? So they were reading and practicing before they go out. So one guy was like, my name is, I'm from blah, 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 or whatever this shit is. You can't go to the door and say that. Nobody will take you serious. Like, if you talking about, my name is Rob, and I'm from the Social Security building, and this shit right here. Like, what? So, we got to work with them. It's someone with their first job and stuff. We got to get it together. But yeah, so that was great. And like now I have to do like a lot of different trainings and things and most of the stuff I already had. And I'm like, I let it expire, so now I got to do shit all over again because I had no plan on even going back to this shit. But I'll get it done, get some stuff done on today. What else? So at the technology place that I had to go to by myself all week, and I was so lonely.
So sorry.
But it was cool though. It was definitely different, and I didn't want to pay for parking because I was being cheap, so I just parked in the street, and I kept looking out the window, making sure my car was still there, and it was there the whole week. I was like, yes.
And you ain't get no ticket.
I ain't get no ticket or toes. But I also on this week was trying to do. I'm not sure if this is healthy, but anyway. So I'm trying to do like one meal a day, like one big meal a day, but like drink more water, fast more, things like that. It's been working out pretty good. One of my friends said the other day I'm getting skinnier. I was like, oh. But yeah, so when I be at work, right, and this is a question too, like, so I'll be at work, whatever. I have my earphones in, and like I'll be dancing, like like listen to my music, getting into it. And so, like, one guy was like, what are you listening to? Like, you always dancing. Well, sometimes I had earphones in, I still be dancing without no music on. So I'm like, well, I'm listening to gospel. And he like, you dancing like that's a gospel? Yes. Like, that's all I did listen to on my phone. So then so we started talking about that, and I'm like, well, it's a lot of stuff that, you know, people really don't even know or think about me. You know, some people look at me in their head, they build this shit up in their head of who I am and what I am. I'm like, people don't really know. So I'm like, first of all, like, if I be in the bathroom for a long time, nobody probably think I'm taking a shit. But the whole time I go in the bathroom and I pray. Like, nobody knows, like, you know, because I don't speak on it. But I'm like really like the coolest like person on earth, and I like pray all the time, and I like listen to gospel all the time. Like, but you know, I sin. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I drink. You know, I make twerking videos and shit on Instagram. You know, I do all of that. But I'm like, it's just another side to me that, you know, people don't know unless you like come and like talking. Like with him, you know, I wasn't gonna blurt out. I'm like, I'm listening to gospel music, but you know, I start talking. But he's like, wow, you know, you don't look like it. I'm like, what am I supposed to look like?
Right.
Like,
how does the Christian
that? Mm-hmm. But is there like anything that like y'all do that like nobody would ever think like, oh wow, like she really or he really do this, like sewing or knitting, you know, just something like.
I don't know. I gotta really sit and think. I don't think so. You know, I get dragged in all types of boxes. The weed box, the hippie box, the I don't give no fucks.
Yeah.
I don't care. I never have. I never will. You know, I'm lying. I have, and that's why I never will again. So.
Yeah, but did y'all want to answer that question? Because y'all don't never answer nothing. But also, like yesterday, I was talking to one of the security guards who worked there, who works in the same office, not in the whole building. But and we was talking about like traveling and stuff like that, and he was saying that his sister worked in Jamaica. She lived in Jamaica and she worked there. But he was like, you know, she don't really live there because she don't really experience. Like she lived whatever the embassy, like they have like houses, like a community or whatever. And he's like, you know, she haven't been out and experienced or even interacted with any of the locals. So I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. Like, if I move somewhere, you know, I want to interact with, you know, different people. But he was saying that, like, a lot of people are scared to travel and don't know. Because I know a friend, and she, every time we like, oh, we're going to go to Mexico. And she's like, well, we don't know the area, and we don't know this, and we don't. It's only one way to find out. Like, are you going to sit in this box and be scared to go places for the rest of your life, or you want to get out and make it and take a chance? Like, I can't stand no scared ass person. Right. Like, I ain't saying be crazy and go skydiving because I would never do that shit. But you would go skydiving? I do
probably.
skydiving.
No, I would probably do it, and I'm afraid of heights, and I think I would pass out. But
I would definitely pass out.
I do it.
But like, it's like a lot of people who's like comfortable with where they are, and I'm like, I don't want to be like mean and like cutting people off, but at the same time, like, I don't want to limit myself, you know, because I'm willing to take chances. I'm willing to travel. I'm willing to do like a lot of shit to experience life. Like, I'm just not about to just sit in this apartment over in the hood and just be okay with that for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it really blows my mind when people do that. And it's like, it's a part of the reason why I'm really, really interested in this new job or career, whatever this is, because I want to try and get people to expand their life. You know, don't just be comfortable with because I'll be working in Clay Terrace, so don't be comfortable with living in Clay Terrace. And my mom lived here, and she then went and got on subsidized houses, so I'm going to go and follow in her footsteps and be in the fucking system and on food stamps and keep having babies after babies. Let's not do that. Let's break the cycle and figure out where can we go from here. What can we do different in our life? Mm-hmm. So that's my purpose in this whole job, trying to get people to open up a whole nother bright side of life, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's going to be like a lot different now because of this whole like Corona thing, because you can't like certain things I just don't believe it's going to go back, you know, but it's still life to be lived, you know. We still got a whole life to live.
Take a while, but it'll go back to normal.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, my week was pretty normal. I didn't drink all week because I'm trying to like limit my drinking because I think that's adding on too much fat. And it's not healthy. Also, I found out another one of my friends is pregnant. So
Told you. I told you. I told you before quarantine. I told you. Told you. He said nobody. I told you.
I mean, I was trying to, you know, keep hope alive, but yeah, two of them is pregnant. Probably gonna be 3 by the time this shit comes to an end. But it's crazy. It's so crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be like happy or sad or what, but they keeping it.
I'm sad.
I don't have words at the moment. I don't think it's a good idea, but you know, I can't tell people what to do. You know?
Yeah.
It is.
On the podcast saying it's not a good idea for somebody to have a baby.
I don't know. I ain't say that. I'm take that back. I'm sorry. Everybody can do whatever that they need to do or want to do. I'm just thinking about, you know, certain situations that isn't good at the moment. That's what I mean. It's not a good idea. But yeah. And shout out to Byron because I got some seafood salad yesterday. It was really great. Yeah, that's it. So we can get into these topics. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So, okay, so my first topic, right? It is, first of all, a couple weeks ago, we said something about like, we didn't go into depth about it, but we were talking about like trans men and stuff. So anyway, somebody had asked me, why wouldn't I date a trans man? And I mean, this is not gonna be disrespectful to nobody anyway, but I don't know, it's just not my thing. You know how like some people don't like white women or some people don't like, you know, whatever. Everybody have their preference. I'm just gonna say is I don't think it's something I would be interested in. Yeah, I just don't. Honestly, but you never, I'll never say never, because maybe I would try it one day, but it just, I just don't think that it's my cup of tea. So
I would date a trans man or woman. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think this thing is like whatever you love. But so the video that I sent you, can we play some of it? No, never mind. We're doing too much. But so it was a video that I had sent to Reese, and it was like a lot of different trans women, and they was having a party or whatever, but they was also talking about if they would
their preference.
Yeah, their preference. And a lot of them said that they would date a woman.
Yeah.
Which was kind of confusing.
Right, because and I think I was kind of confused because you were a gay guy, right? And then you trans, huh?
They wanted men.
Right. Then you trans into a woman.
Mm-hmm.
To date women.
Yeah, it just.
And that's why I was so confused. Like I was really confused. But I do know this. I don't know personally, but I know this trans guy that was the woman, bless you, and then when he became a trans guy, started talking to guys. So he ended up being a gay man.
It's so weird. But I guess it just depends on like what you feel that you are. I guess it doesn't matter like who you like. It's like what you feel on the inside. Like I can feel like I want to be a man and I still want to date men. Or I can feel like I want to be a man and I want to date women. I like both. Shit. Do whatever they want to do. I said before and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think it's gay if a straight man date a trans woman or even dibble and dabble in the man.
So that was actually my question after I gave my piece of, it's just not my cup of tea. Not saying that I wouldn't try it. I probably would. I'll try everything fucking once. But, I don't know. Anyway, and then that's another thing, like, before I get to my question that you already done asked.
Sorry.
If the trans man or woman, right? So it's very easy to get top surgery for both. If you're transforming into a woman, it's easy to get implants. If you're transforming into a male, it's easy to get top, surgery where they cut your breast off. I'm not gonna say easier, it's cheaper. But most of them do not finish the process.
Because it's expensive.
It's expensive. It's very expensive. So, and that's probably why I say I would not date a trans man, because my first question is gonna be like, so do you have a penis or a vagina? And I know that's gonna be rude.
I would date a trans man that had titties and then had a penis. Best of both worlds.
I was going to say that would be the best of both worlds for most people.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just don't. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You have to be a pretty ass trans man for me to give you a try.
I mean, Kiara's cousin looks really, 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 really great, and I would so date him.
Kiara was supposed to hook me up with him
but
back when she was a girl. I mean, back when he, before he transitioned, I'll say, because that was disrespectful what I said. I'm sorry. But before he transitioned, Kiara was supposed to hook me up, and then after he transitioned, I was like, you little bastard ass Kiara.
I don't want nobody to talk to her family, but I mean, which I can get it, but then I'm like, whatever, everybody grown. But he definitely looked good. But he looked good before he transformed. Like,
yeah.
You should.
For sure.
Either way, which way you want to go with it?
No, him, I would probably talk to.
You can't even
I would probably talk to.
Like, oh my.
Before transition, woo, that was a pretty ass woman. That was a pretty ass woman.
You're behind him. I ain't never seen him in person.
Hello? Cause Kiara, no. But yeah, so anyway, my question was, do you guys think it's gay if a straight man talk to a trans woman who is fully transitioned? That means top and bottom surgery, Adam's apple removed, no facial hair, stuff like that. I personally, I don't think it's gay. I don't think it's gay if a straight man talk to a trans woman who is fully transitioned. Now, if she is not fully transitioned and she still have her penis, but she has her breast, I would say yes, you are gay.
It's gay.
He's gay either way.
You talk to a trans.
But a trans that is fully transitioned. That means she has her vagina now.
Yeah.
Her breast. She
looks like a woman. Like you would never know unless she told you.
Yeah, but sex is not just about looks. What makes a person a man or woman is just not about looks for me. It's not about just your outward appearance of womanly. So I mean, You know, it is what it is. You could do whatever you want, but that's not a preference that I would have. I would say I don't tend to call it anything because you do whatever the fuck you want to do, but that's just not my preference. You know, I don't say it's gay or it's this or it's that. It's just not a preference that I share. You know, they do whatever the fuck they want.
Okay, so what if y'all was like talking to her and y'all really liked her or whatever, and like y'all didn't know till like a couple months or so after, like would you still
That's not a
be with
preference.
her? Oh,
I mean, most guys can definitely tell if they are talking to, especially in person. Online, it may be a little difficult to pay attention, but most guys can tell if they are talking to a trans woman, you know, before it gets that far.
There's definitely I've seen online uh uh women or transgender women that that I didn't know were transgendered from the picture that I've seen. So I mean, I don't know if it's the same in person. I don't know. Maybe, but it's just not a preference that I have. So yeah, to each his own. They do that how they want to do.
Right. You know, but I guess me talking to a trans woman, I'm not sure if I would or not. Then, you know, now I'm thinking about it. I guess if she is fully transitioned, I will probably talk to her because I will. But I definitely would want to know, like, you know, are you bisexual? Are you, you know, I want to know what your sexual preference is. Because just like I don't like talking to bisexual girl, you know, I wouldn't want to talk to a bisexual trans woman, you know?
mm-hmm. Same difference.
Right. So I don't know. I guess it all depends.
I think that I am open to whatever and whoever. You know, I love love. I just want love. We'll see where it takes
I
me.
mean, for sure. I like I said, I'll probably try everything at least once. I probably would try everything once. So we'll see.
I just don't know if I can like be with like a woman like for long term without cheating on with a man. Because eventually, you know, like what? I can't keep doing this shit for long.
Nah, I mean, yeah, because you're
She
bisexual.
would definitely have to be bisexual too. Like she would have to be bisexual. She can't be straight gay. Because that's not going. Or unless she gonna be okay with me, you know, every now and then dipping and dabbling over to the pool.
Oh, you know that that girl. Remember our friends from Mexico, and
Uh-huh.
she was letting her her wife talk to guys and stuff while we was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool. They were sexy too.
They were. I should have went on ahead and bashed.
Goodness. Okay, is that it from that? What you had?
Yeah.
Okay, so I seen this question, y'all, on Instagram, and this guy had asked, and he said, I'm not sure we talked about it before. I don't think we got too much into it, but the guy said, if your partner masturbate, does that mean that he's not satisfied with the person? Or I guess on both sides, the girl masturbate or the guy masturbate. Is he not satisfied or she not satisfied with her partner?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm sorry. I got to rephrase that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that doesn't mean that they're not satisfied. They can still be satisfied and masturbate.
That's to me. That's obvious. No, that doesn't mean that. Have you
Say it
ever
again,
been in a relationship and masturbated? Mean you not satisfied with your partner? Stupid. I don't know.
I don't exactly know how I feel about it because, like if you're not around the person and you just in the moment, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But I feel like if you're gonna
I would
masturbate
masturbate
you're
while you
next
sitting in
to
the living room.
them or something, like if they're there and then you masturbate, then that's questionable. But if they're not around, then I think it's fine.
I definitely think it's okay when they're not around. You know, like that. Get your rocks off. But if they sitting, like I said, in a living room or something like that, nah.
Or next to me in the bed
You
while I'm
better not masturbate. Oh, you can masturbate to me right next to me while I'm in the bed. I might think that shit is hot.
Not if I'm asleep. Wake me up. That's fucking crazy. Like,
Not a lot of rules.
It is a lot of rules to this stuff. All this stuff. Sick of it.
it don't have to be a lot of rules. It just be simple.
Y'all making up all the rules.
So it's simple that they can't masturbate while you right there.
No, because then I'm gonna think there's something wrong with me. Like you rather masturbate and not fuck me?
Maybe I'm just masturbating so I can get your attention so we can fuck.
Like can't let what somebody else do make your opinion about yourself. Like that's crazy.
Right.
It wouldn't change my feeling about myself because I'm great. I know that I'm great. But I'm like and to this person in their head, like what are they thinking? Like, are they not like sexually attracted to me because they rather play with themselves or beat themselves off while I'm sitting right here? If y'all okay with that, then okay. But that's crazy to me. I'm not okay with that. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've never done it, but now I kind of want to test the waters.
If we what's the name of that when he played with or that person played with themselves and then you play with yourself? What's the name of that at the same time? I can't think of the name of it. But if we doing that, then that's different, you know, because we like I'm playing with myself, they playing with themselves, whatever. That's cool. But y'all be just fucking popping out and then doing shit, and I'm like, what? Do I wake up to you doing that shit? Like what? I'm right here.
I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if I'm laying beside like Kiki, right, and I start masturbating, man, it'll be on and popping. She gonna join right on in.
Okay, I seen this other post, y'all. So, and I can kind of get it a little bit. So the post said, if you're not blocked on social media, I mean, do that nigga really love you? So before you say something, so I don't think she should have put it that way, but like when I was in relationships, like we couldn't follow each other because sometimes social media like really mess up your relationship if you let it. So like I don't
say that. I'm gonna say if you let it.
If you let it, like me personally, from my experiences, if I am in a relationship, we cannot follow each other. I'm not gonna block you, but we can't follow each other. It's just that simple. Because from my experience, any little, oh, that person liked too many of your pictures, or this person said you got nice legs, or this person that you're doing way too much, sir. So stop all of that. When you're in a relationship, don't follow each other. It's just simple. Or you got to be like really, really strong and not just take everything that somebody comment or inbox or anything like that. You ain't got to take it like so serious and personal, like it's social media.
I definitely feel like it's just social media. I would not talk to a person if they're constantly like your social media, this person like, this person comment, this like, first of all, I've never talked to anybody like that, thankfully. But I don't think I would, because social media is social media. They supposed to like and comment. So what do you mean? I'm supposed to like and comment on theirs. What do you mean? Like, now, if I'm on the people joints, like, damn, baby, I want to put my face in your ass, that's different.
Right.
You need to pull me to the side and be like, my nigga, that social media ain't working, okay? But if I'm just posting and doing normal social media things, that should not affect you at all. So no, I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna hide, anything, because my Snoopy ass, I'm gonna just go watch you from somebody else's page if I want to.
But what you saying, it's a lot of space between putting your face in the ass and what one person finds to be normal behavior on social media. Like, some people don't like the person liking any comments. I mean, like, or liking anybody's pictures, or what I'm saying, if anybody's pictures. Some people don't care. Some people, will say commenting is too much. Some people don't care. Like, it's a wide, you know how I feel about the shit, but it's a wide variety of different ways that the person can interpret social media. I think it's just about communicate with whoever your partner is and figure out the best way for you all to communicate and interact on social media with each other and the world. Because the only rules is what you make, you know?
Yeah.
I would probably try it out. Like, if the next relationship, I would probably try it out, and then like they only got one time to say some shit, and then we can't follow each other, because I don't want to put everybody in the same boat. Like I was saying, like from my past experiences, so I don't want to like bring that into like the next relationship, but I just don't care to follow or have them follow me, because it creates drama. And then like I know some people that's married and stuff, and then they don't have social media because of people commenting and things like that. Like you can't control what people say,
right?
But if you don't respond, or maybe just block that person or something like that,
or even deleting their comments. But I feel like that's still doing too much. But sometimes if somebody would say something off the wall under my picture, I would just delete the comment.
I just leave the shit. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna respond to you any damn way. Like, but yeah. So moving on. This my last thing, and I see this happen a lot. So, when you're talking to somebody, like my question is like, what is the purpose of you talking to or being in a relationship with somebody, or having that person that you supposedly can count on if they're not there, like when you need them? So, for an example, like a couple weeks ago, I had seen this post. I got a lot of examples. So a couple weeks ago, I had seen this post, and it was like the girl, her tire went out or something, and she called her brother. So her brother came in to help her with the tire, and he said, every nigga that you talking to, delete the number right now. And which makes sense, because if my tire go out and I'm talking to 5 niggas and can't none of y'all come and help me, what the fuck?
That's not what they said. She called her brother and her brother came. Did she call 5 niggas and then none of them said, and all of them said no? Like, what is the reason the person that she called couldn't come? Like that, you just deleting people's numbers because you called somebody else? That's retarded. Like, I get my number deleted, you didn't even call me.
Well, I don't know if she called people. I'm just going off of from what she said and the brother said. But so that was one example. So I have another example. I mean, I have a couple of examples. But like my cousin, she is talking to this guy. I've been talking to him for a long time. A couple of weeks ago, she was over here. She left, but the buses stopped running at a certain time. She was trying to get home. She called him. He didn't want to come and get her, but she wanted me to go and drop her off. I'm not leaving out to drop you off. First of all, I was pretty drunk and I wasn't about to drive. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave out and go and pick you up. Where's your boyfriend? So she called him. He said he's not coming. Then she hung up with him or whatever, but she started calling him again to see if he was going to come, if he changed his mind, whatever. He turned his phone off. So why? Why are you with him? Like, I'm stranded here trying to get home, and you can't come and get me. No, we can't be together at all. I'm
Well,
not.
I mean, at a certain point, you don't know if they had a conversation beforehand that don't get yourself stranded somewhere where I come get you. What if he said beforehand, listen, I'm not gonna pick you up. So you gotta make sure you move, you do what you're supposed to do. And then you don't do what you're supposed to do, and then now it's the other person's fault. Like it's always
What
a
the
side to
fuck?
this.
No, sir. No, you
Fuck.
are my man. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm stranded. Come and get me.
Why?
That's crazy. If that's, I can only speak for myself. I don't care about what situation you put yourself in, whatever. If I fuck with you and I say I'm here for you, you can call me and I'm dropping every fucking thing to be there for my man or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna do it.
If I tell you don't go rob the bank and you go rob the bank and now I gotta motherfucking help you get away. Cause now you getting chased.
You can't compare the two.
Talking about this the same thing.
Nah, for me, like I was gonna use the
Don't
example
go
of
get stranded.
like,
Don't go get stranded at your cousin's house. You know what time the bus is stopped, so you know you got to be responsible.
They know.
Like yes, baby, I'm gonna do that. It was like, all right, cause I'm not gonna
They
come.
know that the bus start running. Because
I'm not. I'm
running
just saying all I'm saying is you don't know what the situation is. That's communication that has to be had between those individuals in that. You know what I mean? You can't say from the outside looking in what is going on just because one person didn't do what you expect the person to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if they had clear communication that this is what they would, if one person was supposed to do, and that person doesn't do that, and then you going to say it's wrong for the other person to not hold the person accountable for their agreement.
So that's not what happened. I understand.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
but I'm just saying it's possibilities that people can have understandings and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You just from the outside looking in. You don't know what that man said to her. You just know her side.
I know the type of person he is, and I know he just said he ain't coming to get her. He probably was up in the house.
I don't care if you say like you going out, right? And I'm like, well, if you go out, you should drive because you know how you want to leave early, right? And you're like, nah, Ronnie gonna pick me up. I'm gonna go ahead and go. And then you call me an hour later and say I want to get picked up, even though I told you that you should drive yourself. I'm still gonna get my monkey ass out this goddamn bed and go pick your monkey ass up.
That's
Look,
So,
I really fuck with you.
different.
I'm really here with you.
But
right.
that's between you choosing to leave at a different time than you getting yourself stranded somewhere with.
That's even worse. The stranded part,
I
like,
have no choice. I need
right.
a
If I'm at the club with the friends, I still gotta ride home. I just ain't gonna be at the time I want. If I'm stranded somewhere, I don't have a ride.
That's not the same thing. If she had a mode of transportation back and that mode of transportation failed, that's one thing. That's not. That's
It didn't fail. It was just leaving at a different time.
right. Was that communicated beforehand or after? You like, hey.
That was communicated when I said, don't take your monkey ass out to the bar or drive your own car, right? And then you said, no, gonna do the opposite thing anyway.
Don't drive your own car because I ain't coming to get your ass, and you don't drive
That's
your
what
own
that means. That means I don't want to have to come get your monkey ass to drive your own car. No, you ain't gonna do it? Okay.
But I'm not talking about implied. I'm talking about direct communication. I'm talking about if they said don't do this thing and then you do that thing that leads to the problem. If I say if don't do this because I'm not going to do this if you do that, and then you do that, and then you be like, oh, it's still my fault because I holding you accountable to the agreement that we had. Now, I understand if you had arrangements, say like your home girl, you went somewhere and your car broke down, and I was like, I don't feel like coming to get you. But then you tell me your car broke down. It's like, all right, well, that's not the plan that happened. Your plans changed. But if you just fucking took it upon yourself to change your fucking plans and we ain't agreed upon that, hey baby, you're an adult. You ain't stranded. You chose this fucking stay there.
Yeah, nah,
So,
I mean, I'ma still go because I fuck with you. So I'm gonna go get you regardless.
I
Whether you
mean,
want to leave now, in 10 minutes, wait for the driver. I don't care that I told your monkey ass to do the opposite thing that you didn't listen, and then I said that
and
I
guess
don't want to
what?
come.
I'm gonna have an attitude, but when I get to you, that attitude might be out the window. Because I'm the
If
whole
it could be
time be
out the
like,
window, you can get in the car
damn,
and
I
I'm gonna
told
call
her
you
not
a
to go do
stupid
this
ass.
shit.
And guess what? I'm still going to come. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you get home and your ass say, "Oh, well, I'm about to go back out and just take my own car now," I'ma still fuss at you, but bye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
And in a lot of situations, like we don't have conversations like that. Like, oh, if I go out, if you go out, drive your own car because I'm not gonna want to come and get you. Like, people don't have them conversations. I mean, I didn't never had no conversation like that.
Shit, me and Kiki used to have them conversations all the time. And guess what? If I didn't drive, even though she told me she would not come pick me up, guess what? She would come fucking pick me up.
enabling.
And I've done the same thing for her. When I'm like, I'm not coming to pick you up. And then she called and I'm like, little motherfucker. And I take my ass out there to go pick her up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just think that regardless of what, if you had a conversation or if you didn't, if you really talking to this person and you really fucking with them, y'all together or whatever, like regardless of what, if they need you, then you would be there. And I have been in situations where I have dropped everything to go and be there for the person, and I just don't feel like it was like, if when I was in need, I don't feel like it was the same. So yeah, so. But I'm still that kind of person. Like, if I really fuck with you, I'm going to do it. Yeah, and if I didn't drink and I wasn't, because we was drinking like that whole day and it was like really fun. But if I wasn't drunk, I would have took her home. But I'm just not about to drive out there and knowing I already done had these drinks, don't know where I'm going, where she going, how far it is.
Yeah, he's supposed to be able to rely on you.
Huh?
You ain't fucking drop everything you had to do. You want to say, oh, it's your man fault? Get out of here, man. That's your fucking responsibility. Why you ain't do it?
Who responsibility?
You.
Yes, if you're not
She
gonna
grown
hold
as shit,
your
and
man
I
to
said,
that
now she
standard,
grown
I
as
said
shit.
I
then
had
you're not
drinks.
gonna
If
hold,
I
you're
was
not
Oh,
gonna hold me to a
listen,
standard that you're
listen,
not gonna hold your man to.
don't pitch my screen. Don't be
no,
pitching my screen.
listen, because if I did not have some drinks, like I said, I would have took her home. But I was enjoying my time in my fucking house, had my drinks. I'm not about to leave out and put myself in my car, winter, at danger to go and take you home. You got a whole motherfucking nigga that you fucking and that you in love with. I ain't fucking you.
That's your cousin.
No.
You love
He need to
your
come and get
cousin.
her. He need
Talking
to come
about
and get her.
no.
Do
He need
not
to come and
hold
get her.
me to a standard you're not gonna hold your nigga to. If you ask me for money and
Oh, y'all wilding now.
and your man said no and you get mad at me, but you
Y'all
still
wilding
gonna fuck him
now.
in the nighttime,
Fuck
don't
out of
hold
here.
me to no standard that you're not gonna hold that nigga to. No.
Y'all wilding now.
No, and even if he didn't want to come and get her, he could have sent her an Uber or anything.
So
Me,
why ain't you
I'm like,
fucking
okay,
Uber?
I can't come and get you, but guess what? I'm gonna walk down and meet you because she went down to the place. Said I'm gonna walk down and meet you and walk you back here. You can spend the night, take a shower, and all of that. He ain't make sure of nothing. He ain't give a fuck.
He ain't make sure. She grown ass woman, like you said. She grown ass.
So what?
If it's my girl, I'm gonna make sure my girl good. I don't care how mad I am.
That's crazy.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you saying it's wrong for your significant other to hold you accountable like your own family is. Come on now.
Yeah, you know why? Because the family you creating is more important than the family that you come from. So the family I'm creating
Oh, for
with
real?
my bitch You better make me important enough to come and fucking pick me up.
You said cause the fuck. I never heard that before. My
And I'm
family.
not
When you
saying
get when you get married,
married,
that's your first priority. Like, what do you mean?
right.
Right.
I'm not gonna automatically be like, fuck you after, you know, if you can't come pick me.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if I get married, my wife is my number one priority. But yeah, still, if my brother called me, I'm gonna drop what I'm doing and go get him too. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, you talking about? Oh, that's my cousin, so I ain't gonna look out for him. The nigga ain't shit. You ain't shit by them terms. Then you ain't want to fucking drop everything you had to do. Like, what the fuck?
So, am I supposed to go out and drive my car when I'm drunk like that? Like, it's okay for me to go out
If I was sober,
get arrested or
no.
anything,
Tell
instead
you
of me saying, hey, I can't take you, but you can come back here. You can spend the night. You can shower. We can eat. We can do all of that. I will walk and meet you halfway because it's dark.
Yeah.
And that's making sure that my girl is safe. Him turning off his phone, like, I mean, him not coming is one thing, but you turning off your phone to not even make sure, like, you can just take the phone with me while I walk in the nighttime.
Exactly. And then in the morning when she talked to him, she was like, "Oh, he turned this when they got on the phone. Oh, he turned off his phone because he didn't want to come and get me." What?
No,
And you still gonna fuck with him? And you still gonna fuck with him?
All I'm saying
Fuck
is,
out of here. No, you're done.
all I'm saying is, you don't know what transpired. If it was just a situation where he was just laying in bed, he could have got up, she was stranded. That's different. But
we in quarantine, you can't do shit. You ain't got shit else to do.
But you don't know that.
He was in the bed, probably with his wife, and he ain't come and get her.
Well, if he with his wife, his wife come first.
Uber. Sneak her and Uber.
Sneak her Uber now. Okay.
No, he keeps talking about him and the wife not together, and then he all in with her. But you
y'all about some other woman shit. Y'all get the fuck out of here, man. Don't have no conversations like that with me, man. Wasting my time. She the other chick. How you gonna get out of bed with his wife? Come on.
Because he said
the wife knows. The wife knows. They sister wives. They are sister wives.
Why he cut his phone off? Why he cut his phone off? He laying in bed with his wife. Why
they've been together for 7 fucking years, almost 8 years. And they know, the wife know about her, and she know about the wife.
So you said just because the wife know,
they not together.
Just because the wife know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If we together, we've been together all these fucking years, give me a fucking Uber or bring your ass out to my fucking house and come and get me. Because had I said, hey, I'm laying in bed with no clothes on, come give me some dick, he would have brought his ass over there and gave her some dick.
And look. I was saying this shit, like giving it out, like that's his main girl. That's a side jump, man. Bitch, you better walk.
That is his main girl, because he said that he's not with his wife.
Fuck out of here. Why he's laying with his wife in bed? Get the fuck out of here.
Listen,
we're just assuming.
I don't care if you're married. I don't care about none of that shit. If you fuck with me, you say you fuck with me, you need to come and get me. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
If you married,
anyway, I got to move. Let's move on from that situation. So I got another situation where my friend.
You want to move on?
No, it's still the same topic, but it's another situation.
All right, go ahead.
So I know this other girl. She needs to go to the grocery store. So I'm like, she on the phone with a whole nigga, right? She like, I need to go to the grocery store. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then, so she looking at us, and we looking at her, and we like, so what you gonna do? And she like, I just need somebody to just take me to the store. Still ain't asked. She ain't asked us, and they asked him. So then one of the girls like, well, won't you ask the nigga that you on the phone with? Because of what? Like, she's scared to ask him.
Girl, and she's not gonna bother him. She's trying to. She trying to fuck with the nigga. She not his fucking girl. She not about to burden him.
This is a different situation, ain't it?
That's her whole boyfriend. What do you mean? This whole situation, she on the phone with her whole boyfriend. Ask him to come and get you and take you to the fucking store.
Now, is it her boyfriend?
Yes.
Or is it a nigga?
No, her boyfriend, real life, in real life.
That's her boyfriend.
Boyfriend in real life.
He be like, hey boo, he introduced himself to y'all as his boyfriend, her boyfriend.
They've been together for years. So yeah, what? He don't introduce himself. She introduce him.
And he be like, yeah, that's me.
I don't know nobody that be saying that, so I don't know. I never met anybody that be like, when somebody was like, hey, this is my boyfriend, be like, yeah, that's me.
I'm about to start doing that. Y'all, if it's me, the girlfriends.
That's something that females would do. I'm like, y'all, I'm her.
Especially if I know X is there, I'm be bobbing my head too.
But yes, anyway, so she didn't even want to ask him because I don't know if she was like scared to ask him or if she just thought he was gonna say no and she didn't want the rejection. I don't know, but I know a lot of people like that too who won't even ask.
Maybe she was dry bagging him.
Huh?
Maybe she was dry bagging him. Like she was asking y'all, but while on the phone with him, because she was dry bagging him.
Oh, I guess I didn't even think about it like that.
Or they had a conversation that morning when he just did something and she said, I ain't gonna ask for nothing else. He was like, all right, because I just did 25 things for you. I ain't gonna ask for nothing else. He's like, yep. And then he wanted to keep her word and not ask for nothing else because she been getting shit all day. Maybe that happened.
But it shouldn't matter how much you do for the person.
It shouldn't matter. You
shouldn't matter.
I know with that whole story.
Stop wilding.
It shouldn't matter. If you love the person,
fucking thing you got to do for other people. When they gonna learn how to fucking take care of themselves? That's crazy.
I agree with that too, because a lot of people need to learn how to take care of themselves too. But at the same time, if it's two of us, then two people help each other.
Right, yeah, help each other. But like I said, if he did 30 things for her that morning and she was like, I ain't gonna ask for nothing else, what's that happen?
Just one more thing, baby. Just come and get me and take me to the grocery store.
Come on,
please.
buddy.
Thank you. I will suck your dick.
You trading favors? Man, you get blocked for it. Fuck out of here, bitch.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Like me right now, like if I can't like depend on the person, like I just don't want nothing to do with it. Like I do not need liabilities. I need assets in my life, and I'm sorry, I can't deal with none of that shit. You ain't got no car, sorry. You ain't got no job, sorry. You too needy, sorry. Like that's I'm good.
So speaking of bringing groceries, right? The situation I told earlier, and I told you, she asked me who was bringing me groceries and stuff. And then she had the nerve to be like, before we got real bad into it, and I told her who was bringing me groceries, she was like, oh, so I guess I don't have to worry about bringing you no groceries on Friday then. How you gonna take back the whole groceries that you was gonna bring me Friday?
So fucking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So spoiled.
Why she gonna steal? Why would she steal groceries?
I can't have you bring me something and you bring me something.
Why wouldn't you? If you already had plans to bring in
I would bring shit too.
And you said you blocked her though. Why is she going? That's before you blocked her.
No, yeah, that was before I blocked her.
Listen, if she already had plans on,
let me think about it.
If she already had plans on getting some groceries, then she should have brought them. Because don't not get the groceries because you mad at me now. Because that's some craziness. And then
Right.
what if
But
you
I would
didn't
say
block
that
her?
if we were still talking, since we don't talk now and it's blocked, like I wasn't expecting groceries on Friday. But, you know, as like whatever, you want to get mad, but don't get mad and be like, I ain't bringing you something, or I'm not coming to pick you up, or I'm not.
When you do something for somebody, you do it out of the kindness of your heart, not to fucking get the fucking glory and or none of that. Like, and that's crazy. If you had plans on doing that, if she had plans on doing that, knowing that you are quarantined and you can't go to the grocery store, because who knows what the other person brought for you. Maybe it wasn't enough.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't exactly everything that you needed, because all stores don't have everything. So
Exactly.
you don't even know. And then you somehow, man, she deserved to get blocked.
That's why she blocked, because I'm like I said, I don't need I don't need stuff like that. Stuff like that, I don't like. Now I don't get, you know what I'm saying? You're going to not do something for me because we mad? Like, no, I don't like that stuff.
Yeah. So you
That,
do.
she decided to not do it before I blocked her, though. That's petty.
She deserved to get blocked for saying some shit like that, because don't do that shit. Like, and then and the only reason that they probably not even talking to her right now is because she got blocked. Had Reese not blocked her, they probably would have still been talking. And you think you're gonna be cool after you somehow now you're not gonna bring me groceries and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here. Fuck you, and fuck all of that bullshit. I got time for that shit. What's wrong with people?
And that's why I'm not.
And y'all saying it's so funny, and y'all saying what's wrong with them. Y'all cuss them out, got other motherfuckers sharing your infection with somebody who is deeply
What? First of all, you must have missed when I said she went to LA this past weekend before we stopped talking to go see another girl. And she's dating like 4 girls here. It's not like I'm just like, you know, head honcho number 1. Oh, no, I'm one of many.
So why you mad then?
Because
learn your role then. One of many.
But that's the point. If Reese is one of many, why is she getting so emotional and talking about she ain't bringing her groceries and talking about she's going to not talk to her no more and all of this? If she got other people,
right? And that's the thing. Like, she has a lot.
Because she didn't know how to express herself.
She what?
Didn't know how to express herself to you. I don't fucking know. I'm just being contrarian.
Then that's what the fuck you need to say.
I think that
I don't know how to express how I feel, so I'm probably gonna punch you in the fucking face. You can say something to get my attention, okay? So I can try to read the way you're trying to express some shit.
I think she's too emotional and she got too many female problems and she needs to relax.
Y'all look too funny though.
She definitely got it. And then she was supposed to bring me edibles from Cali, from LA. Didn't get that. And
right, and I want my stuff or my money back, little hoe.
And she know I need it. If I don't got no time, like, keep that like, when I'm mad at you, I don't do shit for you, shit somewhere else. Because I don't do that. That's not what I'm used to.
You think when people get mad at you, they going to just do everything like normal? That's why I told you.
Yes, because I do.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm mad at you,
even when I'm mad, I'm still going to do
dinner. I'm not going to just cook for myself. I'm still going to cook you dinner. I'm still going to bring you your fucking plate.
Mm-hmm. Mad and all.
But I'm not going to get mad and be like, all right, well.
Because when you're mad, that's only temporary. Like, you can't not do the stuff that you was going to do or supposed to do just because you mad for the moment. You're not going to be mad forever.
Mm-hmm. And I remember I think whatever you do when you mad is some shit that you really fucking feel.
Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna make the situation worse if you stop doing whatever you were supposed to do or you were going to do, and you stop doing it because you're mad. That's gonna make the whole situation way more worse, way more complicated, way more fucking arguments and more.
Mm-hmm.
Cause now I'm not even in your situation, but now I'm mad about them fucking groceries. Like, what do you mean?
Right. And then the fact, like, oh, I hate when motherfuckers be like, oh my gosh, your daughter's so cool. Oh, she did, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But she need groceries too. So even if you mad at me, then what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, come on now. I don't want to hear that shit. But if I'm mad and I say I'm gonna do something, I normally still do that shit.
My forehead looks shiny as shit. Let's move on.
Well, we can wrap it up anyway. Were you done with your all your examples?
Yeah.
Okay. We can wrap it up then.
Okay, then. Well, Soft30, we checking out.
Peace, love, and positivity.
Cheers.